Good morning, YouTube. We are going to get ready today and pull the concave out of the threshing area so that we can get to this pan underneath. We got to get this pan out, and I want to come in from the top and do it. So it's going to require 4 bolts. We got to pull this castle nut here, and we have to pull this here on the adjustment lever from the cab that adjusts the concave clearance. And we will have to get back down in here, right down in there. I don't know if you can see it or not. Right there, and the other one back there. That should bring the concave out. So we're going to get started doing that. These are special bolts. You want to keep them, clean them up. They've been machined. They're carriage bolts, been machined to hold the front of the cylinder concave. These are the special spacers that keep the bolts tight but allow you to adjust the clearance from the cab. These are the castle nuts that hold the clearance in the back that you adjust with your wrenches, 15/16. And of course, what's fun working on a combine, you always get some combine bites. And Ron's working on knocking the rear bolts of the concave through and into the mechanism. We'll pick those up once we get the concave out. So these bolts were up under here. They go back up under this. Your grain feeds into here when you have the bars that we removed last week into here. And then here is the lever that adjusts them from the cab. It has a cam. We will clean all that up and get that working quite well so that it adjusts easily when we reinstall. These are the bolts we're working on now. Getting those removed, and then the concave should slide right out. After great difficulty, we got this bolt pushed through. It was up too high and it was hitting a plate in there, so it has to be down low, and then you can push it through. We've got these off here, and we're should be able to roll the concave out the front here. And you're going to need long bars. We have these long pry bars. I don't know where we've got them, but we've had them over the years. You can see I'm bringing it right around with the bar, bringing it right around and out the front. It's dropped down the back. You can see the gap in there. So we are about to get to the clean grain pan so we can see what's going on in there. I will pull this and then report back to you. Okay, this is quite heavy. Just gently bringing it around and bringing it out. So now we have the concave out of the way. We can try and figure out what is holding this pan in place other than just pure rust, because it should slide out and separate way up there. A new and interesting development. I don't know if I've ran into this before. I'm going to investigate. There's bolts actually underneath holding this. Before, they have slid out in a slot for easy changing. I'm going to go underneath and show you. I still, even though I destroyed it, it was still rusted through here. Now we're laying under here on the creeper, and these are the bolts I'm talking about right there. I should have known, because when I tried to get it out, it was pretty solid. And then there's a bolt there, and then the real fun ones are going to be back up in there. I don't know if you can see it or not, but that's going to be fun. I doubt I can get a camera in there. There's one there. I'm going to have to set up in here on the floor and reach up and break those loose. That's the joys of working on machinery. There's always a bolt somewhere that's real fun to get into. There's actually 3 bolts on each side. Another one right up in there. I don't know if you can see it. We got them out, so now that should come out of there. We're going to go up and pull that. So there were 6 bolts actually. Now we'll see if we can get that out of there. Get our gloves on. Still quite temperamental. You can see we have dirt packed in there. We're going to have to get that all cleaned out. And we're going to have to figure out if that pan, which looks pretty crusty, is any good, because this is where you'd be losing clean grain. So we might come down to pulling the whole frame out of the front of the combine. Whole clean grain pan frame out of the front of the combine, cleaning it, inspecting it, repairing it, and getting it ready to reinstall. Now we have the pan out, and I am getting ready to show you. We had 6 bolts, 3 on each side. I don't remember those, but maybe they were in the other ones I did. So, can't always remember everything. But that explained why it was so hard to get out. So that being said, we're going to, I think, it was a good thing to get that out of there. We're going to proceed to take out the grain pan itself. So that means we're going to have to get that bolt out, 1 on each side. That's what moves it back and forth and carries the back end. And get out these right here on each side. That means I will have to go back in the belly of the beast, but I can come in from the top now. But you get rid of these fold over locks that are right there. I don't know if it'll focus on them or not. And get those out, but we want to replace those rubber grommets in there anyway. Get this all cleaned up and ready for 100% functionality. Okay, more than one way to skin a cat. These were being problematic. Couldn't get that one out. It's really tight. So I dropped them down there. These then will present a problem because they will not want to turn when I come up out of here, but I think we'll make it. So that's coming along. Now we got to get the back bolts undone, and then we should be able to pull that right out the front. We have it out. Don't look too bad. Sandblasting will tell us this looks pretty rough here, pretty scaly. Sandblasting will tell us and reveal the ultimate story. Doesn't look too bad under here. We got some mouse nests falling out there. Yeah, might even be a mouse. So in conclusion today, we got the grain pans pulled. We got the concave pulled over here. So we're ready to start preparing those parts, ordering in some rubber bushings for the hangers where it is supported. Did a little house cleaning at the end of the day so a person doesn't get overwhelmed. We've got to we got the hardware cleaned up thanks to my father-in-law Ron. Really appreciate that. And we're ready to get these rubber things. I don't know what you call them. I call them rubber bushings, and we'll probably change those out. They don't look too bad, but they don't cost that much, and we're already in there, so why not get them new? Those are from 1975. This unbolted real easily right there. There's no nut on the back side. That other piece is threaded, so that makes that nice. So coming back, you can see straight through the combine. Kind of one thing leads to another. I think I'll build a board so I can climb in here and take those walker, since that's out of the way, take those straw walker blocks, take them apart, clean them because this is real stiff, and re-lube those, and so that'll be another project. There is 6 of those, 4 bolts per one, so 24 bolts to work through there with fold over locks, and just one thing leads to another. You can see these are real stiff. Probably when we wash it they swell a little bit. There is cardboard spacers in here that you can put in and out and get that all cleaned up. It's slowly coming along. So here we are. Like, share, subscribe, and come back for more, because we're enjoying taking you on the adventure. Thank you for watching, and come back again.